Hey guys, S01E30 here, hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon WTF Moments. This series is super simple. I take a look at the Pokemon Anime episode by episode, and I look at things that are a little bit stupid, things that don't make a lot of sense, and just critique the hell out of it. If you're already a fan of WTF Moments and you're ready for more, make sure you hit that like button. We're aiming for 1,000 likes per WTF Moments if we can. So let's get this one to 1,000 and then keep going on from there. Hit subscribe if you're new, by the way, so you never miss an episode. And of course, share this with a friend, because that helps me out. But of course, without further ado, let's have a look at the WTF Moments for Pokemon Season 1, Episode 30, Sparks Fly for Magnemite. What the fuck? We start the episode with the gang arriving in Gringey City, which is described as a desolate factory town where few people live and even the ocean winds smell like sludge. Well, from the sound of that, there's hardly going to be a Gringey City Pokemon gym, so what's the point of going in? You might as well just walk past. Pikachu falls mysteriously ill upon entering this heavily polluted city. You'd just leave, wouldn't you? This sounds like the start of a really bad horror movie. Oh look, it's that Pokemon that nobody remembers when they complain about Gen 5 having too many inanimate object Pokemon. I do actually have to give a rare bit of praise in this scene. In the opening scene, Ash gets shocked when he touches Pikachu, something to do with Pikachu's illness, but in the next scene he's wearing the rubber gloves that his mum packed for him when he left Pallet Town. Nice. Nice. Team Rocket wins the award for most obvious periscope ever. It's not even slightly hidden, it's just sticking out of a manhole with big bloody cat ears. Also, if Meowth's inside this little UFO looking thing with a glass dome, how was he using that really tall periscope just now? Meowth's brought along special oxygen suits for Jessie and James to wear to protect them from the pollution in Gringey City, but failed to tell them that he brought them until they were already exposed to the air in Gringey City. Meowth has a bell end, pass it on. Apparently Meowth has installed electric shocking devices to these suits to ensure that Jessie and James follow his orders. Seriously, why is Meowth such a prick today? The Gringey City Pokemon Center's Nurse Joy literally couldn't give a toss and shrugs off Pikachu's illness just as a cold because she'd rather be in bed. I never thought I'd say this, but Nurse Joy's a bellend. Pass it on. When a bunch of Grimer suddenly block the city's power plant's water intake, cutting off the electricity to the entire city, Meowth's air pump stops working and he realizes Jessie and James will now be unable to breathe underwater, and he just doesn't give a single toss. He's really on one today. And it looks like he's flipping off the camera, little bastard. In the Pokemon Center's intensive care unit, Nurse Joy explains that unless the power comes back on, things are going to be pretty awful for the Pokemon that are being treated there. And when Ash and Misty yell at her to do something, White Knight Brock steps in and tells them to stop giving her such a hard time because there's nothing she can do. Listen mate, if she's qualified to work on her own in a medical facility, she should be qualified or at least clued up on what to do in the event of a power outage, because electricity is pretty freaking important to a hospital, mate. I really can't stand when people try and stick up for someone who's clearly in the wrong just because they want to fuck them. Ash and co run off to find a solution but leave Pikachu with the incompetent Nurse Joy. I'm not sure you should leave him with her because it seems like a bit of a death sentence to me. How come all the Pokemon centers are always so unique and extravagant, but the police stations are always these shitty little Officer Jenny hat looking buildings? Unfair. Pikachu turns up out of nowhere, showing literally just how little care Nurse Joy was taking in looking after him. He literally, with barely any energy, walked away from the Pokemon Center under his own power without Nurse Joy even trying to stop him. That woman's a mess. Meowth spots Ash, Misty, Brock, and Pikachu running past the alleyway that Team Rocket are hiding in. Think about that for a moment. Pikachu running. Pikachu, who's ill and barely has enough energy to walk, running past. Pikachu, who Ash told to take it easy, running past. Not to mention running ahead of Misty and Brock. I'm starting to doubt he's ill at all. Big faker. Meowth briefly cosplays as Nurse Joy for no reason, but to be fair, is probably more qualified than the one in this city is. Brock and Misty get scared by the silhouette of a Magnemite because, let's remember, this is the Pokemon world, and in the Pokemon world, people only seem to be aware of the existence of a handful of Pokemon, and for some reason are blissfully ignorant to the existence of any Pokemon outside that handful. The episode cuts for an ad break at the cliffhanger moment where our heroes are looking at the silhouette of this Pokemon, wondering what it could possibly be, and then right before we come back from ad break, who's that Pokemon turns up and spoils the surprise. Thanks Pokemon, we love it when you ruin the reveal. Magnemite is in love with Pikachu, even though Pokemon that aren't male or female can't be attracted to other Pokemon. To all my NB viewers out there, don't worry, Pokemon's game mechanics may not recognize you, but I do. Ash accidentally uses the word streaker when he meant the word stalker, which makes me wonder how many creepy naked wicked people have followed this 10-year-old around Pallet Town. Professor Oak, how could you? Every time Ash has picked up Pikachu in this episode, he's been shocked, but when Pikachu grabs onto Ash, nothing happens. Little bit inconsistent there. But you know what's always consistent? The beautiful great taste of G Fuel! Unless you pick a flavor that you know you won't like, but that's on you, not on G Fuel. Because G Fuel's amazing, and you can use code ACE to save yourself some money. Oh, shall we drink some? This is grape. And it's just bloody great. Because, you know, some people like simple flavors, and this is super simple. It's just grape. Shut up. Code ACE. A horde of Grimer turn up, and I just have to admit, I quite like Grimer. I think it's cute. Like, it's a really simple design, and I just really like it. Direct quote from Dexter. Muck, Grimer's evolved form. Use extreme caution as its slimy form contains poison. What, and Grimer's doesn't? The gang bump into the power plant technicians, and they all run to the control room to escape the oncoming Grimer. Then Ash literally says the Pokemon in the Pokemon Center are going to die if the power doesn't come back on soon. Then, just to be cruel, the editors decided that Tears After Cloudy Weather, you know, the Bye Bye Butterfree music, should play while we're showing the Pokemon in intensive care, and no, you can't do that, that's not fair. You know that music sets us off. The technicians tell Ash and co, well, you're Pokemon trainers, so use your Pokemon to get rid of the Grimer so that the generator will work. Ash responds with,
what do you expect us to do? Pikachu is sick.
Okay, I know this is unprofessional, but I'm gonna have to read these direct from my notes because there's a lot, okay? Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Pidgeotto, Staryu, Starmie, Goldeen, Psyduck, Geodude, Onix, Zubat, Vulpix. You literally have 12 other Pokemon to use between you. Use them! Worry about Pikachu later. Direct quote from Ash.
Pikachu, you're the only one who can help.
No, he's fucking not! Oh my god! Out of nowhere, the Magnemite from earlier turns up and has brought pretty much every Magneton in the area with it to help dispose of the Grimer. And I guess that's one way of writing yourself out the corner you've kind of written your characters into. Seems a bit abrupt though, you know, especially with only 5 minutes left of the episode. Wait, we're already 14 minutes in? Jesus, nothing's happened in this episode, has it? I guess since we've got time, I'll remind you guys that I stream every single day at 7 PM UK time over on Twitch. On Mondays and Fridays, we play whatever long story-driven game we're playing. At the moment, it's Xenoblade Chronicles, but of course that'll change once we complete it. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, me and Sophie go head-to-head in a shiny hunting race in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. On Wednesdays and Saturdays, I play Warzone very, very badly. And on Sundays, me and Sophie chill with some nice, relaxed shiny hunting in Sword and Shield. Come and hang out with us, 7 PM UK time every day. Links in the description. Once the electricity's back on, everybody celebrates, but is cut off by Misty exclaiming that there's still one left, as we see Muck standing in the room, which Ash refers to as an adult Muck. I'm pretty sure you just mean Muck, because a Muck that isn't an adult would just be a Grimer, wouldn't it? Ash then shouts, and it's child, when the shot changes to the same Muck, just from a different angle. What even is this dub right now? Ash tells Pikachu to use Thundershock on Muck, but what happened to taking it easy? It's supposed to be ill, big faker. Magnemite floats in to help Pikachu by also using Thundershock on the Muck, but I'm kind of wondering why, because Muck hasn't actually tried to attack at any point so far, so is it even a threat? To everyone's surprise, out of absolutely nowhere, Ash decides to actually be a Pokemon trainer and throws a Pokeball at Muck. Who are you and what have you done with Ash Ketchum? He's only gone and done it. He's only gone and caught the bastard Muck. A competent Ash Ketchum. I never thought I'd see the day.
Well, actually, Liam, he wouldn't have caught that Muck if he didn't have help from the wild Magnemite.
Actually, that's a really good point. Ash, why didn't you use any of your other Pokemon? They need training, you incompetent twat. Muck's stench is so powerful, apparently it comes through the Pokeball. Ash Ketchum has a smelly ball, pass it on. Apparently, if an electric mouse builds up too much energy, it becomes magnetized and can show the symptoms of a cold, which is basically an explanation for what was wrong with Pikachu. Wait, are you saying there's other electric mouse Pokemon in the world? Spoiler alert! Direct quote from Ash.
Wow, we all owe a big thank you to Magnemite.
Well, not really, because it didn't force Pikachu to discharge all that electricity, therefore making it feel better. It just helps us catch Muck. Let's not lay the praise on too thick, mate. Magnemite's no longer attracted to Pikachu because Pikachu is no longer magnetized. Much in the same way that a nice guy pretends he was never attracted to the girl he was simping over once he finds out she has a boyfriend. Team Rocket turn up in their Gyarados sub with a giant electromagnet to try and grab the magnetized Pikachu, unaware that Pikachu is no longer magnetized. As a result, they simply attract every Magneton in the area to their sub, the weight of which ends up sinking it. All those Magneton are going to drown. Pass it on.
Well, actually, Liam, since Magnemite Magneton aren't organic Pokemon. Maybe they don't have conventional respiratory systems like lungs and can survive underwater.
Well, if that's the case, then imagine this. A Magnemite stuck under a large rock at the bottom of a lake, unable to escape and unable to drown, doomed to sit and wait until it runs out of energy. Sad times. A bunch of children advise a police officer and a nurse how to clean up the city and reduce pollution. Because in Pokemon land, apparently adults are fucking stupid. Mate, how small is that Raticate? Raticate and Bellsprout are supposed to be the same height at 2 feet 4 each. Not to mention Oddish is only meant to be 1 foot 8. These sizes are all over the place. As the episode ends, Ash sends his new Muck to Professor Oak due to the overpowering smell, because apparently he's a massive prick and doesn't want to have to deal with it. Imagine giving up the chance to use a powerful Pokemon because you're too lazy to go out and buy a little Febreze. So those are my WTF moments for Pokemon Season 1, Episode 30, Sparks Fly for Magnemite. Let me know your favourites down in the comments and any I've missed. Hit like, share and subscribe. If you want to support the channel like the wonderful people here do, pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrainerLiam and save money on G Fuel. Use code ACE. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.